So
Let me see. Yay, we're live.
we are now live. Hello, everyone in YouTube land.
So this is the link you sent me now, right? This is like
Yeah, don't you click on it because it's going to take you to the YouTube page, and then we're going to get the looping and all
yeah, yeah. So I just want to copy this link here.
that. Me, Rick, and Captain Jeff are broadcasting APG 164.
Copy link. Let me see here. No.
Okay, so I'm going to select airline pilot guy and that and that and that. And can I add anything else? No. That should work. Okay. Aloha Ken is at Hartsville Jackson at Atlanta International. 11:31. Well, I'm not there. Okay.
Let me see here.
And okay. Let's see if we have anybody. We have 0 viewers so far.
Right now we got nobody.
Yeah, that's okay. And if you want, you can keep that chat.
Yeah,
open.
I'm gonna do that, and I'm trying to send this over to. I should probably open Twitter here on the tablet. Hang on.
Getting fancy.
I get fancy. You know me. Let me see here.
Yeah. Before the next time we do this, I'm going to see if I can figure out a way so that we can see comments from the chat, the Google Hangout chat. While we're doing this. Although sometimes that can get a little distracting.
This is 164, right?
It is.
Cool.
I said, come join Miami Rick and I while we record or broadcast 164. I said, come and join us. And then I said, well, watch us. You really can't join us.
Yeah.
Me, you.
You have a lovely voice.
2 other people watching. Hello.
YouTube.
Wish I had some Amsterdam music. That's a tiny little room you're in, but it's efficient.
It's cozy. Everything in Europe is kind of like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because the windows here are kind of angled out.
Uh-huh.
So you see where the drapes go, where the drapes go down.
Yeah.
Right, and then you have the.
Oh, I see.
You see that?
Cool. Uh-huh.
So then there's all that wasted space over there, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, unless you want to just lie down right there in that space.
Well, the weather's kind of cruddy out here, so.
Is it?
Yeah. Terrible freaking weather. It's supposed to be, spring by now, but no.
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the spring memo.
Hmm.
So
nice here. It's like, last time I checked, it was like 77 degrees in Tampa.
Nice. I love Tampa.
Yeah, it's a nice town.
So that is
my kind of town. Well,
so UL4 UL4.
What are you doing?
No, I'm actually copying this like character by character because my Twitter's not working on my tablet here, and I don't want to. HLZT. I feel like I'm taking an eye exam.
Uppercase HLZT and then lowercase g.
Okay, HLZT and then lowercase g.
Or you know what? So you can just tell them to go. If that doesn't work, just say youtube.com/airline pilot guy.
But let's try this out. So it's http://u2.be/ul lowercase ul 4 uppercase vu lowercase e uppercase HLZT lowercase g.
Yes.
Cool.
All right. Now, go over here and live events. And now we're going to hear some looping.
Slash.
There we go.
Yep. There it is.
Oliver. Oh no, I got you guys live at the beginning. My productivity for the afternoon is shot. Where are you at, Rick? We'll be somewhere in Europe. Europe.
Is somebody on the chat with us right now?
Yeah, he's on the chat on the YouTube page, but I wish that I could somehow watch that without the video going, because I think it's going to take my bandwidth.
Yeah.
You know, like if you could just separate this chat. Hello. I've already forgotten how do you pronounce your name. Maska? M-A-S-C-H. I think it's Maska Geertz.
Really? Somebody spotted me landing. Actual video of my landing here in Amsterdam. That is crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Where are you watching that on? Oh, is that on Twitter?
Yeah, go on Twitter and hang on.
That's right.
Go on Twitter and then there's a tweet there. But there we're here, and the guy that was sitting behind me snapped 2 pictures of the runway, and then Mosca, interestingly enough, spotted he did a video, actually pretty cool one.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Moscow says close enough. Okay, hello, Captain Jeff from San Francisco. Hello. Or is this hello, Captain Jeff from San Francisco? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to get distracted if I watch that. So let me go back to the actual.
All right. Were you watching the video?
Yeah, I was watching myself go, I'm not, why is my mouth moving? I'm not talking right now. Okay. Aviation Pro. Oh, he's in Rotterdam.
Oh, so he's right next door.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's whoever Aviation Pro is.
Awesome. Okay.
Oh, it's Fred from San Francisco. Oh, Fred! I should have recognized your ID, FR12 vid. That's Fred Sampson. Okay, cool. Excellent. Yes, as a matter of fact, I do fly to Portland, Maine. I'm going to be in Portland, I think, next week. And let's see, Micah Engbar or something like that is from the Main Man or whatever he calls himself. From
Main Man Micah.
Micah, he hangs out at the Airplane Geeks podcast and also this one. Okay.
Cool. So did you send me the latest notebook?
Well, you should still be subscribed to news and.
So we're doing the April 18th one, right? Whatever we didn't.
Well, here, let me look at that. April 18th one. What do you mean? In the first. So
we got to do Kathy's question on nosebleeds, then FO
yep.
Jeff hypoxia.
Uh-huh.
And
You got it.
Cool.
You got it, man. And then, but we'll start with the news because that's what I kind of do. I mean, I don't know if you ever watched this show.
Yeah, I think it
Have
rings a bell.
Have you ever seen it?
Well,
Huh?
I think, yeah, I don't know. Let me, yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and, oh, it's already started. Okay, let me start the recording. And that is going. And I'm looking at Evernote, and we're going to start off with that, and then we're going to jump right into the GAO report and all the crap news about it regarding hacking airplanes. Give me a break. And yeah, but we'll have fun with it. Maybe
It's gonna be fun.
Okay.
It's always fun.
Test the sound.
Flight 209, are you clear for takeoff?
Roger.
LA departure 123.9.
Turn that off and just this one. Probably have to bump that up a little bit. Okay, stop that. And then
Good. You have your rim shot ready?
I'm flying right now on my DC-4. Because
That's what she said.
okay.
Nice.
Okay. I was thinking the other day about something that happened a long time. Okay. Alrighty. I think we're good. I think we're ready to go.
I think so.
See if we have any more people saying things. Let's see. Oh, somebody's asking questions. We don't take questions. I think this is a live call-in talk show. You know, I would like to do that sometime. I'm just not sure exactly how to do it yet. But
That'd
if
be
I get
fun.
my pilot's license commercial in Europe, do I have to retake my pilot's license in the United States of America? Well, first of all, we don't have licenses here. We have certificates. And yes, you would have to do something over here to, but I think it's a lot easier to go from all your stuff over there and get the same stuff over here than it is the other way around.
Oh yeah.
Right? Okay.
Absolutely.
I see Rick nodding.
The JAA. Oh man, that is.
I hear it's quite.
Might as well be an astronaut.
Okay, so let's go. Is everybody ready? Everybody in the chat room? Let's see. If you are, go ahead and applaud. Okay, I guess they're ready. We have a very dun, 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 dun. Okay. You know, I think I actually hang on. Where's that Dropbox? And bumper sound effects, and let's see, drops. No, that was Ben's drops. Ben.
Well, that was
Oh, wait a minute. I better stop that because they'll ban this video. Crap. I forgot. Oh, well. I'm playing all kinds of crap on this, stuff on this, and they've already banned me several times in the past. Okay. Let me go here to too many windows. Okay. Evernote. And I think I'm ready. Are you, Rick?
I'm ready to go. Let's do it to it.
Uh-oh. I don't hear you.
You hear me?
Turn me down to. Oh, I know what I did. I muted my whole computer. Didn't have done that. I can't hear you. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, we're right there for a second.
Pilot error. Okay, here we go. Airline Pilot Guy, episode 164.
Flight 209, are you clear for takeoff?
Roger.
Stop it. Let me turn that up.
Flight 209, are you clear for takeoff?
Roger.
LA departure
Airline Pilot Guy, episode 164.
Flight 209, are you clear for takeoff? Roger. LA departure 123.9.
Hello, you're listening to the Airline Pilot Guide Show, the view from my side of the cockpit door. I'm Captain Jeff, your host, broadcasting live from Studio 1507 in the Tampa Hilton. And joining me today from Amsterdam is Miami Rick.
Hey, everybody. I am live from Studio 736 at the NH Museum Quarter in Amsterdam.
Ooh, nice. You'll have to tell us more about that, but I need to keep doing this intro. So, in this episode, hacking airplanes, gear up landing, spilled coffee, more news, and feedback. So get all settled in. Tray tables and seat backs in their upright and locked positions. Electronic devices powered on. Flight 164 is ready for pushback. There's my hokey music. Thank you very much. Hello, and yeah, I like it. So, if you well, tell us, Miami Rick, where are you? You're not in Miami.
No, I'm not in Miami. You should call me Amsterdam Rick.
Amsterdam Rick. There's
No, we actually, I flew in here about 2.5 hours ago, landed here in Amsterdam. And day one of a 7-day trip. I'll be here today, tomorrow, then I'm off to Brazil, then I'm off to Colombia, and then finally to Miami. Joining Captain Jeff once again, right seat in here, flight 164. Looking forward to it.
I'm happy that you were able to join me, and after flying all night long, he's still with us, and that's great. Now, if he starts nodding off, we'll know why.
I'll just bump my head into the microphone.
So you're on day 1 of 7. I'm on day 2 of 3, and as I said, I'm in Tampa, and got in a little bit earlier today and did some final touches to some of the stuff we're going to talk about on today's show. Now, I have something that I'd like to. Oh, by the way, we're recording again using Google Hangouts, and sent out a tweet just a little while ago, and several people are with us in the Google Hangouts chat room. And I'm not going to mention names because I'll probably mess up and forget somebody, and I don't want anybody to have their feelings hurt. So, but anyway, big group of people there in the chat room. They're having fun, and so if you want to watch us in the future, just kind of make sure that you're signed up for Miami_Rick. That's his Twitter address, and I'm Airline Pilot Guy. And so if you happen to watch your Twitter stream during the day while you're at work or whatever, maybe one of these days you can watch us record live. And this video will be on YouTube, at least until they take it down because of all the copyrighted stuff that I play. So hopefully we'll cross our fingers and make sure, hopefully we'll have this on for a while. Okay. I have some big news. Well, I mean, I think it's kind of big news. I'm excited about it. I think I mentioned in a previous show that I'm having some Acme Airlines merchandise made up, and in the future that's going to include things you can wear, like T-shirts and hoodies and that kind of thing that I print myself. But in the meantime, since my mug printing device is not working very well, I went ahead and used a third-party company to create some coffee mugs and some pint glasses with the new etched logo by Jim Mercado out there in Southern California. Met him at our San Jose meetup last year. And was it last year or was it even longer than that? I think it was earlier last year. But anyway, regardless, Jim created a super great Acme Airlines logo, and that will be etched on the pint glass and also printed on the coffee mug. And I'll try to remember to put some photos, some pictures of that on the website so you can take a look and see what they're going to look like. I think with the cost of printing them from this other company and then the cost of shipping them, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to ship these internationally yet. I think it's going to be a possibility, but I have to check out how much it's going to cost and all that kind of stuff. but I'm thinking that it's going to cost around $20, including shipping. So stay tuned for that. And so that was my big news about APG Acme Airlines merchandise. I'm really looking forward to the pint glass to drink my nice IPA in, and of course my coffee for the coffee fund. And speaking of that,
Johnny, how much more coffee?
No thanks.
I love coffee. I love tea.
I love the
Java Jive. It loves me. So the Airline Pilot Guy Coffee Fund is a way for you to contribute to the show if you so desire. Now, again, I need to reiterate that, number one, I am not a nonprofit corporation, so this is not tax deductible. And the second thing is what was I going to say? Well, I don't remember what the second thing. Oh, if you do not have the funds to contribute to the coffee fund, then don't. Okay, don't do it. So only if you have some extra cash lying around in your pockets, you can participate in the coffee fund. And let's see here. Let me turn the volume down a little bit for that. And since the last episode, using the Coffee Fund Classic method, we have Billy Batty, or Beatty, Mickelson Diamonds. I'm not sure who that, I think I looked that up before. I forgot to look it up again. I'm sorry, whoever that is. And BG Husbands, Philip Daly, and Ron. Now, Rick is saying that this has frozen. So let's see. Oh, he's gone. Let me see here. Now, those of you in the chat room, do you still see me? There's a little bit of a lag there, so I'm going to wait for somebody to type in whether or not I'm still on the air. I think I am. Just a we're having right now. I'll wait for you to answer. Okay. Yeah, okay, now I see everybody answering. Thank you. Okay, so it looks like we lost Miami Rick. So hopefully he can get back with us. Let me send him a message here. So that's one of the problems with doing this live. Are you able, if you're listening, the people that are going to be listening to this on the audio version are not going to hear any of this because I'll delete it. Okay. Able to.
There we go. I got you. I'm back. I don't know what happened. Hello? You hear me?
Oh. Well, I hear something.
I'm back.
Hey, there he is.
I'm sorry about that. I don't know. It just kicked me offline here for some reason. That's weird. I had to log back on again and all.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
If the web service providers or whatever you call them over there like sense that you're using something like this and they go, okay, that's enough bandwidth for you. We're going to give it to somebody else. You know what? If that happens again, I will probably switch us over to Skype. Now, the downside of that, of course, is that the people that are watching via Google Hangouts will not be able to watch the show live, but you'll be able to watch it after the fact.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that.
So, hey, it's not your fault. That's just what happens when you end up trying to do things like this in hotel rooms. And that's really one of the reasons why I don't do this live, because I realize that bandwidth at hotels sometimes is not really up to snuff.
Yeah.
And anyway, all right. So looks like I was asking everybody in the chat room if I was still broadcasting, and about, I don't know, 30, 45 seconds later, finally everybody started. You can see by looking at the chat. Well, maybe not. Anyway, they chimed in and said yes, it froze for a back on. Okay, so maybe I should go back and start with the coffee fund.
Let's do that.
Okay. So we're just talking about merchandise and coffee mugs, and speaking of coffee, let's talk about the coffee fund.
Johnny, how much more coffee?
No thanks.
Okay, the coffee fund is your way to get more involved in this show if you have the resources to do so. And so, number one, it's not tax deductible. I'm not a charitable contribution. I'm not a charitable organization. And secondly, if you don't have the resources to contribute to the show, then don't. Okay. So if you're a student saving your money for flying lessons or whatever, I don't want your stinking money. I want you to spend it on yourself. Okay. So since the last show, people that use the Airline Pilot Guy Coffee Fund Classic payment method, PayPal, were recurring payment from Billy Batty, not sure how to pronounce his name, a donation from Mickelson Diamonds, BG Husbands, Philip Daly, and Ron's Television Services. I think that's LCD. What's his name, Rick?
That's Ron over in the UK.
All right, I thought so. Excellent. And so thank you, each and every one of you, for your contribution to the Classic Coffee Fund. And also, I have two new patrons. We have Richard Stratman and Short Baker or Baker. So I hope that I'm doing justice to pronouncing your name. That looks like maybe a Dutch name, Sjoert. Bakker. So I know it's not an American name, so I hope I didn't mangle it. Anyway, so thank you very much for becoming patrons of the Airline Pilot Guy show. And with that, we'll turn the Java Jive off. By the way, that's the Ink Spots, recorded in 1940. And it is now time for the news. Okay, now, I'm sure that many of you have seen all the numerous articles in the news regarding this subject. And apparently back in February or March, the United States GAO, the Governmental Accounting Organization, I think that's what that stands for, put out a report about security measures and concerns regarding the National Airspace System and the FAA and air traffic control, and also airplanes. And many of you sent in many different links, and so I'm going to try to cover all of them as best I can in this particular segment. And let's see, who sent this one in first? Mark Lebrowski said, aren't you glad you're driving older technology? And he says, I'm sure these systems are tested to the nth degree, but it's possible that the more complex these systems get, the more vulnerable they become. And this is from an article in a local Fox affiliate. GAO, newer commercial aircraft are vulnerable to hacking. And hundreds of planes flying commercially today could be vulnerable to having their onboard computers hacked and remotely taken over by someone using the plane's passenger Wi-Fi network. I don't believe that. Or even by someone on the ground. According to a new report from the Government Accountability Office. There it is right there. Government Accountability Office. And so let's see. One of the authors of the report, Gerald Dillingham, told CNN that the planes, including the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, the Airbus 350 and 380, have advanced cockpits that are Wi-Fi system used by passengers. I don't think so. Anyway, the government investigators who wrote the report said it's theoretically possible for someone who just has a laptop to, 1, commandeer the aircraft, 2, put a virus into flight control computers, 3, jeopardize the safety of the flight by taking control of computers, 4, take over the warning systems or even navigation systems.
Oh, no.
The GAO report does not draw a roadmap on how this could be done. Now, according to commercial pilot John Barton, he told CNN, "We've had hackers get into the Pentagon, so getting into an airplane computer system, I would think, is probably quite easy at this point." Now, you wonder what qualifications that Captain John Barton, I'm sure he's a really nice guy, John, if you're listening, my bad, but you have a degree in biology.
Oh, really? That's what his degree's on?
Yeah. But, he is an expert because he is a commercial pilot. So, I'm not saying maybe he is an expert in this, but I did a little research to see what kind of background he has to kind of be making these kind of statements. Anyway, it says another way a hacker could get access to a plane's computers is through a physical connection, and notes that whenever there's a physical linkage, like a USB plug in a passenger seat, if those wires are linked in any way to the airplane's avionics, that linkage creates a vulnerability. Experts told investigators if the cabin systems connect to the cockpit avionics systems and use the same networking platform, in this case IP, Internet Protocol, the user could subvert the firewall and access the cockpit avionics system from the cabin. A source briefed on the report tells CNN that cybersecurity, these vulnerabilities exist and these scenarios are possible, but it is unclear how far the GAO went to test any of these possible scenarios. In the report, the GAO does not say whether this is based on actual testing or just theoretical mock-ups. So we have that. And then Kevin St. John writes, is this a case of here we go again? And then they talk about the Boeing 787 Dreamliner and the 350 and 380 Airbus models. Again, the same quote, have Wi-Fi passenger networks that use the same network as the avionics systems of the planes. Okay, again, I'm finding that really, really hard to believe that there's any connection between you using an IFE, an in-flight entertainment system, and somehow bridging that gap into anything that we use in the cockpit. And a big, much larger stretch for me is the control system of the airplane. I mean, it's one thing to maybe hack into communications that we have with our company or ATC to actually like be able to hack in and control the ailerons and the elevator and all the critical control surfaces of the airplane. If that's true, then we got big problems.
Yeah, but I don't even see how that could be, physically possible. I mean, these systems are. I mean, even the entertainment system works off of what's called the auxiliary electrical bus, or the what's it called, the galley power and all that stuff. And that stuff's not connected to any aircraft system at all. So nope, it's not happening.
I have a feeling that it's one of these things where these people that are maybe they have expertise in certain areas, but in this area, I don't think they do, or maybe they're technologists or people that know a lot about computers and technology and networks and everything, but don't quite understand exactly how the systems work on an airplane and how they integrate with each other or don't integrate. But anyway, so just a few days after a lot of these reports came out, this gentleman, Chris Roberts, who is a noted, he is founder and chief technology officer of the security research firm One World Labs, who has been issuing warnings about the security vulnerabilities of commercial planes for years. And on the very eve of his alarming tweet, which read, let me scroll down here. I find myself on a 737-800. Let's see. box-ife.ice-satcom? Question mark. Shall we start playing with the EICAS, the ICAS messages? And then he puts pass oxygen on anyone, which means passenger oxygen. In other words, he's basically saying in this tweet that he can hack into the system and actually lower the oxygen masks. And so he was flying into, where was he going? Syracuse, I believe, for some kind of a security. He was doing some kind of a presentation, I think. Anyway, the FBI met him, ended on his United flight, and took him away.
Well,
so that was an article for Gizmodo, and then go ahead.
I'm just saying. I mean, what do you expect? You start playing with stuff like that. I mean, you're going to get burned. That's playing with fire. You just don't do that. No.
Yeah, he was pulled off a plane in Syracuse, New York, and questioned by the FBI. Apparently, over concerns that he attempted to hack into critical systems aboard a United flight. And so, let's see. All these articles, by the way, I'll have links to in the show notes if you want to read them yourself. ICAS, referring in crew alerting system, critical in-flight systems. Well, I wouldn't say that's critical in-flight system. It's a system that alerts us to problems with our systems, but it's not like if you break into the ICAS system, you're not going to be controlling the airplane.
Yeah.
But and I don't believe you could actually get into that system anyway. So the article goes on about the FBI agents coming on, and they passed him up in his room. So it was almost like he was hoping that they would take him off the airplane and question him. And then later he tried to board a United Airlines flight back home, and United Airlines basically banned him from flying on their airline. Wonder why. So and then another related article in interconnected systems on Boeing and Gulfstream jets concern the FAA. And again, it's the same old stuff we've been just talking about. And then finally, I've saved the best for last. Okay, so we have an article from somewhere I didn't write down. Let's see where it is here. Maybe I can. It's from. No, I don't know where it was from. But anyway, this is talking about the U.S. government claims of plane Wi-Fi hacking wrong and irresponsible, and that was just published 2 days ago on the 20th. The U.S. government released a report yesterday warning of security threats facing modern aircraft, leading to stories from major publications claiming in-flight Wi-Fi could be hacked to take control of the passenger plane. But according to Dr. Phil Polstra, a qualified pilot and forensics at Bloomsburg University, the report contained much erroneous information. Polstra believes the U.S. Government Accountability Office, the GAO, report was put together by people who didn't understand how modern aircraft actually work. He took umbrage with the claims that as airplanes are increasingly connected to the internet, the control systems on planes are in danger of being remotely compromised. He told Forbes, that's where this is from, Forbes, over email, that the avionics networks which deal with flight controls and coordination were simply not connected to the internet like Wi-Fi services. To imply this is irresponsible, he said. While modern aircraft do use standardized internet connections over Ethernet and IP addresses sending data to one another, there is no real threat to passenger safety from sky-high Wi-Fi hacks. To imply that, because IP is used for in-flight Wi-Fi and also on the avionics networks, take over the avionics network makes about as much sense as saying you can take over the jet engines because they breathe air like the passengers, and there's no air gap between passengers who touch the plane and the engines which are attached to the plane. So in other words, you're trying to make a point that you can't make that jump. So he said the GAO report, based largely on interviews with security experts, also indicated if the cabin systems connect to the cockpit avionics systems, in other words, if they share the same physical wiring harness or router and use the same networking platform, in this case IP, a user could subvert the firewall and access the cockpit avionics system from the cabin. Polstra said that's a big and isn't how current in-flight networks actually work. And he said the information passed on to the in-flight entertainment system is via something called a NED, a network extension device. This device is not a router. This is a device that must be programmed to pass certain information to the entertainment system. It's one-way communication. Even if someone were able to send information back toward the avionics, they aren't listening for that information from the IFE, since the computer doesn't try and read information, hopefully not to be useful to an attacker. And he goes on and saying how kind of irresponsible this whole thing was. And so there you have it. What do you think, Rick?
Well, I mean, just so that you guys can rest easy at night, not thinking about, you flying coast to coast and some guy on seat 47F, taking control of the airplane. That stuff just does not happen. There's no way, there's no physical way to connect any kind of computer and interact in any way whatsoever with any of the aircraft systems, any critical systems, any flight controls. That is science fiction, guys. It's not happening. It's not true.
And speaking of science fiction, you're sounding like a robot. I'm wondering if Rick is a robot.
I am.
Our internet connections, and it could be his, it could be mine, it could be both of them combined. Who knows? But we got the gist of what you're saying, Rick. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think he's laughing. I'm not sure.
Does my laughter sound like robots laughing?
Let's see. Tony in the chat room says, could it be possible to send fake CPDLC/ACARS messages? And I guess that would be that could happen. But again, the thing is, it's not like the messages that we receive via CPDLC and ACARS are things that aren't automatically entered and executed. I mean, it still requires a human, a pilot, to analyze the communication and decide whether or not that's makes sense to execute. There are some computer systems, I guess probably the 777 that you fly, Rick, where you can receive a clearance like that and it probably just automatically or a flight plan or a flight plan change, and if you execute it, then it will be part of the navigation, routing, and that kind of thing, right?
Right. I mean, you don't only need to execute it, but when you get let's say like today when we crossed the pond, we got our oceanic clearance from Gander via CPDLC, and CPDLC stands for Controller Pilot Direct Link Communication, and it's kind of ATC sending you an email, right? So they send you that clearance, and then you need to do two things. The first thing you need to do is accept it, right? And then once you accept it, you get a prompt on the lower screen that allows you to transfer that information onto your FMC, your flight management computer. So there's a two-step procedure there. It's not like anybody can just send you a route and then load it up automatically in the FMC and then have the airplane execute it. No, you have to first accept the message, and then you have to load it on the FMC, and then you have to execute it for it to be flown by the aircraft. So yeah, I mean, it's layers of protection there.
Okay, very good. Do me a favor, Rick. Go to the settings and see if you can adjust your bandwidth usage. It's like the third one from the right, the bars, and like slide it down. I don't know. You're probably on automatic. Maybe slide it to medium bandwidth.
Medium. There we go.
That might help.
There's medium there. Is that better?
Yeah, so far.
So let me go to
Start talking.
Let me go to low here. Hang on. There we go. Is that better? Or
so far.
Yeah, or your call. We can just do Skype if you want.
I'd like to keep going so that the people that are watching right now live or listening to us live can stay there, because if we go to Skype, then they're going to be completely cut out.
Yeah, no, we don't want to do that.
We'll just keep going this way. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how that works. Of what you just said, what you were saying, but it was because I kind of knew what you were saying. Listening to the show that have no idea what we're talking about would be very confused because it was very broken up.
Well, basically what I said was
let's see, get back here to the notes. Yeah, we may have to Skype. Talk.
Yeah. Can so basically what I was saying, and you know,
That's not good. I
just
don't hear-
no, you can't hear me.
It's like every other word.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we gave it a shot.
We did. We
We
tried.
did. We did. Okay. Well, I hope you guys don't mind that are watching this on the Google Hangout, but I think it may actually be my bandwidth. Actually, looking at the video that I'm sending to the Hangout, it looks pretty bad. So, yeah, in fact, it's so bad that sometimes my video image is gone completely. So, yeah. I hate to do this, but hey, thanks for hanging out with us, guys, in the in the chat room. So maybe next time we'll have better bandwidth and give it another try. So from sunny Tampa, Florida, and cold, rainy Amsterdam, we'll see you again. I do apologize.
Yeah, my video is pretty spot on, actually.
Okay, and so
Hello, hello.
you hear me?
I hear you. Now you're breaking up a little bit.
Okay. Let's this failed studies trying. We're still okay. I'm gonna hit